Suha Cubukcuoglu. He's an energy advisor and political strategist, and he's joining us from Istanbul. Suha, thanks very much for being here on the News Hour. Now, describe for us just why it is so important to resolve the situation on Cyprus.
Well, first of all, it will remove a stone in the shoe for all parties involved in the region and beyond. So it will relieve the international community of a long-standing, intractable issue that is a key to resolving the wider differences in the region, in the East Med and the Mediterranean. So it's, as some would call it, the mother of all disputes in the region. So therefore, as a key to a solution, a possible rapprochement between Turkey and Greece, closer to the European Union and vice versa. So Turkey's interest in Cyprus is important. And of course, the Greek side wants to preserve the current status quo unless a change would benefit their position. So they would not want to change the status quo unless a new proposed solution would benefit their position. But it's for the benefit of all sides to reach a common ground and a reconciliation on the island, some kind of reunification, whether through a bizonal, bicommunal federation or a confederation of some sort.
And after so many years of deadlock on the issue, why do you think now is the time for renewed impetus to try and find a resolution?
Frankly, I think time is running out because after so many years, there is negotiation fatigue on both sides, first and foremost. So the Turkish side, after the collapse of Crans-Montana talks in 2017, have clearly expressed disappointment with the overall UN-mediated negotiation process. And as was also mentioned, the 60-year non-ending proposal of a two-zonal, bizonal federation. So Turkey believes now it's the right time to reframe the problem and look at how both communities can live side by side, not necessarily together, but side by side, under a new framework agreement, perhaps a loose confederation or a two-state solution. So Turkey is pushing with a fresh air to discuss alternative options to resolve the conflict, not necessarily being stuck and going back and forth around the same clock, the bizonal, bicommunal federation proposal.
Yeah, there certainly seems to be a move to try and move forward. And from your position, from your level of expertise, do you think that a solution is likely coming out of these talks, or at least there will be perhaps a decision to talk more out of these talks?
So these talks are exploratory in nature, meaning that they are yet start of the negotiation process to seek common ground and see if there is a zone of a possible agreement to start. If there isn't, then there is no point in continuing the talks. And the Turkish side has made it clear. I personally see the chances of a breakthrough quite slim because the positions of two sides are so starkly different. I mean, if you look at statements from the Greek Cypriot community, the foreign minister and the president there is not 1 inch of a rapprochement to the Turkish side's point of view, not even closer to the bizonal federation anymore, I think. They just want to go back to the good old days of a unified Cyprus under a single government, the 1960 constitution, which I think is also what the EU is pushing for. So for years, Greek Cypriots have appeared to support the federal solution, but they have not. They just enjoyed the privilege of being an international recognized government and representing the entire island on behalf of both communities and reigning in the profits of their advantaged stance. So they just don't want to change the status quo. I don't think there is any will on the Greek Cypriot side to genuinely approach a solution.
Okay, Suha Cubukcuoglu, thank you very much for that analysis.